For this lecture, I will talk about what it means to be a database administrator. So to become a database administrator, you have to make sure that you look after the security of the database, that the database is performing efficiently, and making sure that the backups and restore process of the databases are working. So there are many tools what can help to do this. So in this demo, I'll just go through them really quickly. So with the databases, you have to make sure that it's set up correctly, and that's by looking in the properties of each database and selecting the right configurations. With the server, you have to right click on the properties again and click the right settings, like the right amount of memory to set for the server. Any advanced features you have to enable or disable. You also have to make sure that the databases are running correctly. So you do look at a database backup and the restore process in this sub menu. And you can also make sure that there are no unforeseen errors in the SQL Server instance. So you'll check the error logs by clicking on one of these error log listings here. Also, you have to make sure that it's performing correctly. So you'd go into each table and you would put indexes on the table and rebuild the indexes. And you can also, with being a SQL Server database administrator, make sure that if you've got any jobs running, and a job is a process that you can run or schedule at a convenient time. So it's just to make sure that if any jobs are running, that they are working correctly, and it sends out the proper error messages out to the relevant people that if it works or if it fails. So there are many tasks of being a database administrator. So I would say that you have to make sure that you rebuild all the indexes and the server and the database are performing correctly, making sure that the backup and restore process is working, and looking after the security of the server. In my SQL Server Bootcamp course, I will go through how to do this in more detail, but for this demo I've just gone through the different types of options that there are and what you need to learn and to become a SQL Server database administrator. A SQL Server database administrator is a lot different than being a SQL Server developer, because a SQL Server developer will know, you would have to know more T-SQL, how to use SSIS and Power BI. A database administrator is more to do with the back end on how the server is performing and how secure the database and server is. So that's around about it. This is a quick overview of what it means to be a SQL Server database administrator.